For a number of reasons, that was probably pretty tough viewing today as an England man.
Yeah, it's always tough, isn't it, when you're on the back end of a game and New Zealand are racking up the runs, and it's tough, obviously, when you're that far behind the game after our two first innings. It's never easy, but we wanted to try and get more wickets this morning, and obviously then set ourselves something that we were going to be realistic that we could smash down. But we're still in with an opportunity, but it's obviously pretty tough.
And a bit of a gut punch to lose Ben Stokes to another injury after he's looked so fit and strong at times in this series. Can you just tell us about what the situation is there as far as you understand it right now?
Well, he'll have a scan this evening, I think this evening or tomorrow morning, to try and get better diagnosis than potentially what I can give you, because I'm not really sure. But obviously, it's in the same hamstrings that he's had before. Been going so well, and that he's been bowling and playing the role that he does as an all-rounder, as captain, and we didn't see it coming. Do you? You don't have any signs of these sort of things generally. They just happen. But he's pretty happy. Like he's realistic about all these different things when they happen, and it's always tough at the start when you realise you're injured again. But I think he'll sit back and still be the same man he is with the lads around, and be the same person.
Is there any fears from the coaching staff that what he's done this series, which he's put himself right back into the mixer as a bowler, a fourth seamer, is maybe beyond it at this stage, or beyond his body?
Well, I don't think so. I still think he's shown signs over the course of this series that getting back to fitness, that he's going to have that level of what it is. It may be a case you manage his bowling loads and he doesn't bowl, the volume potentially is what he's bowled in this game. But I don't think you'll ever be far away. And I think injuries happen, right? And they're always going to be part of the game. And he works dramatically well at what he does with his fitness to try and get him to that shape of where he can be. So he bowled 25 in the first innings, maybe more. And obviously then he was bowling quite a few in this innings. So yeah, we just have to look at how we can manage it.
And as an opening batter by trade, must feel for Zach at the minute?
Yeah, it's always tough when someone gets something over you and you find it really challenging, and you've got to try and come up with plans. I had similar situations in my time when I was playing against other oppositions, and you go away when you've got the opportunity, which he has now, to try and think about it before next time that they come up against each other. So yeah, always tough, of course.
Rish, go ahead, please.
I suppose England have always been quite open with us about Zach, and also just about Zach generally in terms of what you want from him, and he showed that in Australia, he showed against Australia, he showed that in India. How is he dealing with this behind the scenes? Because I feel like, while he understands, I suppose that he has the backing of the management. It's also, it's naturally just going to be quite tough on anyone.
Of course, and I think that's the important part of this, is to remember that we're very much focused on him being the opening batter for a good period to come. We've seen the damage that he does and how he goes about it. And I don't want to give you too much about how he goes about it in the change room, because it's the private area of what we have. But he's a strong character. Although it's challenging when it's like this and someone gets you under the pump, it's tough, but he'll find a way, and we'll help him find a way to get back to that point. But of course, it's like, you want to score runs every game you go out and play. So one innings is bad, six innings is challenging, of course it is. But we'll get him through it and continue to sort of back him in the way that we need to, because we know when he plays in the fashion that he does, that's the player we want to have.
Do you think, and I'm asking you, I'm just throwing it out there, but do you think it might be related to the finger injury he got with the summer?
No, that's all okay. I know he's not been back in second slip, but I think we've got Harry that's sort of come into that sort of position. So it's just, if we needed him to be in slip, and he's done it over the course of the series, then it would be no issue.